And welcome back to the Jamie Ross Show. I'm joined once again in studio by the one and only Brad Parks.
Thank you, thank you. I am a glutton for punishment, aren't I?
You are. Well,
have you ever had a 3-time guest on the Jamie Ross Show?
I have, but it wasn't someone that I wanted on.
Oh, okay.
I just happened to
So you
have
actually,
to plug things.
you want me, Jamie?
Well, yeah, it's pushing it too.
I'm gonna start to tear up here. This is too beautiful.
How about the 3rd-time author?
Yes, first 3-time author. Exactly.
And and I mean, if you keep doing a book a year, you might be back here again.
You know, I've got small children and they're hungry, Jamie. So I got to keep them coming out.
Yeah. So you're going 3 for 3. You're consistent.
Yeah. Well, you know, I like to focus on the process, and clearly, at this point, being on the Jamie Ross Show is part of my process. So you're kind of an unavoidable part of the whole magic that is the book thing.
And it seems like Words Bookstore is also somehow part of that process.
Well, as a former Maplewood resident, I have to stay true to my homies.
Yeah.
I can't. By the way, I can't do that. It doesn't work. I should stop trying.
But Words is a secondary. This is your primary
Absolutely
reason for coming back to town.
Right.
And we're here to talk about this is the new book.
Yes.
You can also see it back there. Look at that.
It's the largest I've ever seen it.
You know how much this costs to print?
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah,
you know,
but
your overhead must be killer.
It is. But anyway, it's called The Girl Next Door.
Right.
And it happens to be about the girl next door.
Right. In this case, the girl next door describes the victim in this book. It is this. Carter Ross starts with sort of a tongue-in-cheek thing that the obituaries are some of the happiest news that a newspaper prints. A little bit counterintuitive, but it's true. You know, most obituaries are people who have led these long and full lives. They die surrounded by loving relatives, etc., etc. Right. But Carter bumps across this obituary of this young woman who was a newspaper delivery girl and a waitress, somebody who kind of spent her life serving others. And he thought, how nice would it be to write a tribute to her? You know, kind of a fanfare for the common woman kind of a thing.
Right.
So he is just going off to do a nice story about a nice woman who he discovers has been killed in a hit-and-run accident that he quickly discovers is no accident. And so then he has to figure out who killed the girl next door.
So how did he know it wasn't an accident, and who did it?
I don't want to give too much of the plot away here.
Well, that's why it's our favorite segment of the show. Remember this one?
Uh-oh. What's that?
We read the last page of the book.
Right, exactly. Just to spare you the pain of getting all the way there.
But the last page probably doesn't have the answer.
Well, actually, the last page is actually the acknowledgments where I thank Jamie Ross for all his help.
Oh yeah. I don't see my name.
Yeah, I think just this particular version that the page must have been torn out because it was a full page thanking Jamie Ross for his many contributions to my work, and darn.
Oh wait, no! I found it. It says, "I'm tremendously blessed to have an endless supportive wife, 2 brilliant, beautiful children." And Jamie Ross.
There it is.
So to be lumped in with the family, I'm really
your family. Well, actually, and of course, you are family in a way because the protagonist's name in these books is Carter Ross.
Right.
And so Jamie, I've always thought of him as being your Carter's cousin.
I like that.
And of course, Carter Ross is from Millburn, so it's not exactly a stretch to say that you guys would be cousin. Yeah, he's from Millburn. I know you always have a problem.
Is he really?
Yeah. Well, I needed. You have to bear in mind, Jamie, when I was first writing this, I was living in Maplewood. And I needed some amount of deniability, a little bit of distance, so this protagonist, who is very much like me in many ways, could be seen to be slightly different. So instead of Maplewood, Millburn. I mean, because that'll really throw people off.
And also, just in case something happened to him, you wanted to keep your home value up.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
In Millburn.
The slums.
Yeah. So, and also last time we requested that Maplewood be mentioned in the book, or did you say for the fourth book we would centralize? No, I guess not. I guess we missed that request. Tim.
Well, part of the problem is, Jamie, you have to bear in mind I wrote this book 2 years ago. So I kind of can't remember. I know I bring Maplewood into the series at some point.
How many books have you written so far that we haven't read yet?
Yeah, well, actually, I've written the 4th and 5th installments of the Carter Ross series.
Okay.
So it does get a little hard to keep them straight.
Wow.
And they'll be coming out in 2013 and 2014. So I'm just going to keep wearing a path to your front door, basically.
So technically, you can just take the next 2 years off.
It's not a bad idea, actually. I'll see you later. I'm out of here.
Yeah. What are you doing here? And then you can spend that time dancing and singing.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about just spending it down at your pool.
Okay.
Just kind of kicking it.
Do that.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Ixnay on the pool's upe. Is that how you say that? Is that Pig Latin?
I was about to say, is that Spanish?
Now everyone's gonna want to come. That's all right. So yeah, I mean, you do sing and dance because the last time you were at Words, you started and then you went into this big. Is that going to happen tonight?
I don't know. People will have to come to Words to find out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to edit this in the next 10 minutes
and put it online. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do enjoy singing, and I sort of don't have an outlet for it at the moment.
Okay.
So, you know, if suddenly I'm just sitting there and burst into, hey there, you with the stars in your eyes, love never made a fool of you. I mean, you know, it just happens.
Okay, and does it happen like when you're out, you know, at McDonald's and
strangely,
Arby's?
yes.
Do you still write at Arby's?
Hardee's, actually.
Hardee's,
yes,
okay.
I know. It's a little more of a southern creation.
Yeah, and that's down where again?
That's in Virginia. That's in the Tidewater part of Virginia.
Okay.
But yes, I still write at the Hardee's, which still has the 2 critical elements, and that is 1, no internet access, so I can't get distracted by email, Twitter, Facebook, anything like that,
Gotcha.
and 2, free refills on the Coke Zero. That is critical.
Yeah. There's they might overturn that.
No, the manager at this point, I have told her.
She's cool.
Miss Teresa is her name,
Okay.
and I've told Miss Teresa if ever she got rid of the free refills on the Coke Zero, I would make her a character in one of my books, and I would kill her. That's it. She would be dead.
Yeah. Wow. So,
I play rough, man.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing.
Or maybe it wouldn't be fictional.
Right. All right. Well, let's see what I have on my cards here.
Yeah. How's the magic happen, James?
Well, these are more props. I guess.
In case you forgot.
I guess I don't need these anymore. It helps that I have a book. I have it right here. But this is Brad Parks. Did we miss anything?
I think we covered it.
Yeah. Star Ledger. Yeah, I mean, I was actually in a bookstore in New York, and I saw a stack of your books.
It's getting out there. It's getting big. It's because of the Jamie Ross show that I'm growing my readership.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. Now last year you won 2 awards.
Right. I'm sorry to report I have not won any more awards since that time. I know you're disappointed. Now you're never going to have me back on this show.
Where's my producer?
Why did we get this riffraff in here?
No awards this year.
No awards. I apologize.
Okay.
But I'm still bragging about the ones that I won last year. Isn't that good? Yeah, I won the Seamus Award and the Nero Award. Don't I get to keep bragging about that for at least a few more years?
Seamus and Nero.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
I try.
Mystery. All right. Well, anyway, thanks again for coming back to the show. And you want to sing us a song out, or not really? Dance.
Goodbye, old friend, my old friend. The time has come that I must go.
All right. Well, you heard it here. Brad Parks, everyone. The Girl Next Door. If you haven't read it, get it. And if you haven't read any of them, get the first 2. And if you didn't get the second or the third, get the first. Or if you have the second and the third, get the first.
Or any combination thereof.
There's 3.
Right.
So if you have 1, get another one.
God, you're getting me confused, Jamie.
I know. Anyway, thanks again for coming in. You'll see him in half an hour at Words. Get down there. All right.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, man.